Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy AM coming to you with an unboxing video. And this unboxing video is going to be pretty awesome because what I got here is the Corsair K100 Air wireless keyboard. That was a long mouthful, but this video is going to be pretty awesome. So stay tuned. Alright, got the handy dandy unboxing knife right here for you to open up any box that stands in our way. And what we got for you today, as you saw in the intro video, is the Corsair K100 Air wireless keyboard. Ooh, this is a bad girl. Look at her. Real sexy. Here's the front of the box. Top of the box right here says, press advantage. We have the contents inside. And it's the K100 Air wireless. That's a mouthful. Back of the box gives you some information about what's included on there, some logistical information, and then inside the box is just more pictures of the device. See, it shows you the profile. This thing's long and flat and a bunch of things. So what we're gonna do is get a knife open and cut it open and get into it. All right, we got the knife to cut it open, and now we do the unboxing. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yee. We have a little plastic cover here on the top to keep our keyboard nice, pristine, and beautiful. Ooh, we got a pill too. This is gonna be so awesome. So let me get this out of the way, show you what's on here. We got the warranty guide and safety information, and then here is the cable, and there's nothing else inside of the box that you can see here, so this is pretty cool. Ooh, look at that, so shiny. So shiny. We typically do not read any of these warranty information because we're gamers, and we automatically know how all this stuff works. And what we have here for an accessory is a little braided cable. Let me take it apart so I can show you how beautiful it looks. This thing is pretty dope. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be unboxing this thing. Right here we have a USB-C. There is a little pill on there so you don't get any scuffs and scrapes while you're transporting this keyboard. Ooh, look at that. That's so sexy. Here's the USB-A. Looks like it's just a normal 2.0. What we're going to be doing is pulling off the peel. So satisfying. Lovely. Yeah, the cable's kind of long. It's about, I don't know, let me see, about 10 feet long. So it's a pretty good sized cable. We'll just take that out of the way and we'll just look at the keyboard itself. Woohoo! Typing test. Ooh. That's kind of a click. Oh, that's pretty clicky. I like that. Wow, that is pretty nice. I wasn't expecting it to be so nice and so mechanical, but look how thin this sucker is. Man, this is so thin. Oh, look at the back. There's a little cool little design, mosaic design in the back. The little Corsair little tri-weave logos. What we have here are the little kickstands, so you can adjust the height of it to various degrees, which is pretty nice. We have the dongle right here. And we got the little port for the USB-C up here on the top, so it goes right in like that, so you can power your keyboard. We have the on and off switch right there, so let's keep it off right there for a second. Move that out of the way, and let's spin this to the front. First impressions is this thing is so thin. I'm surprised how thin this is. Wow, that's nuts. Look at this. Man, this thing is sitting, and then the keys feel actually pretty decent too. Trackpad is very loose, which is also kind of nice. Not a trackpad, but the little scroll wheel here. I prefer it to be kind of loose when I turn on my music and sounds, but this is so crazy cool and awesome. I'm already falling in love with this little keyboard here. Whew. I should be. It's pretty expensive. Let me put the dongle back in, and then we'll just keep on going with this little unboxing video. Oh, wrong one. The dongle goes on this side. Cool. That is pretty awesome. Keys on initial press are so thin, but they actually feel really good. They do feel pretty mechanical, and I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, Yeah, they said sounds good, looks beautiful, brushed aluminum, Corsair, everything about it is so awesome. So what we're gonna give you right now off the top is fire, explosion, confetti, definitely hearts, and money, because this sucker is pretty expensive. But yeah, this keyboard is so awesome. I can't wait to try it out, so just stay tuned for the review.
Ready?
And as always, how we do our reviews is we do the pros and the cons. And let's begin with the pros. The thing I like about this keyboard the most is that the fact that it's super sexy. Just by looking at it, it is so sleek, so nice, so awesome. And another pro about this keyboard is the connectivity. The really cool thing about this thing is you can connect it to like 4 devices, which is pretty awesome. 1 through the wireless dongle, and the other 3 through Bluetooth, and you can switch on the fly with it by just a simple press of the button. As you can see up here, it has the connectivity. And the third thing that I like about this is the actual low profile key switches on this thing. I think what Corsair did was that they found a really sturdy keyboard for their laptop, and then they just converted it into a keyboard, which is pretty smart because these keys are actually pretty cool. I like pressing on them. I think it's pretty awesome, and I think it's pretty cool. Now let's talk about the cons of this keyboard. First things first, this thing is kind of a little too thin. Look at that. That is like really thin. It'd be a little bit nicer if it had a little bit more heft to it, because I typically don't like to use the little stands on it, but for this one I have to because it's just so small. When you lay it flat against the ground, it's really tiny. Second con that I don't like about this keyboard is the cost. This thing is pretty expensive. It comes about like, I think about $275, almost like $300. That's pretty expensive. And it is worth it because you get RGB, you get pretty much all the bells and the whistles, and everything is pretty nice. But it is pretty expensive. And the last thing that I personally don't like about this keyboard is that this thing doesn't have really too much customization to it. So like, the one thing about keyboards is that you're able to like switch out the keycaps and things like this. With this thing, what you get on the surface is pretty much is what you'll have. There's like no way you can change out the switches or anything like that. And so when it comes to like actually having a good keyboard for like, you know, customizing colors and all that kind of stuff, this is not it for you. So that's kind of one of the downfall about it. And then another thing that I guess I'll add a second thing into it is that the software integration into it is pretty early adopter stage. So that means that it's not fully fleshed out, and so I had to download this like beta version of the IQ software to get the RGB to work. And what I'm gonna do now is gonna give you a review. And so as I go through my Mind Vault, I am gonna give this keyboard an 8.6. One thing I like about this keyboard is that it kind of fits all the things that I really wanted in a keyboard. I have 2 computers. I have a Mac and I also have a PC. And I like to play video games on my PC occasionally. I primarily do console, but sometimes, you know, there's some games that come out for the PC only with Valorant. And I want a keyboard that can handle, you know, the gaming aspect of it. And this has like a little bonus where you plug it into your PC. It kind of ups like the polling on it to like 80,000, I think. So then you can have like no latencies in your presses of your keys. So it works as a gaming keyboard, but it also works as for typing and as well as just doing, you know, normal work. And overall, I think this thing is really sexy. It's just that some of the dials are not tuned right. The price is really expensive. It's kind of a little bit too thin in my opinion, but everything else is great. The build quality is amazing. It's just a really cool keyboard, and I'm really excited to have it. You know, just if they tweaked it a little bit, this keyboard would definitely be a 10 out of 10. I mean, I think there's like a nice little middle ground somewhere with it. It's just Corsair just needs to kind of find that sweet spot. Price versus quality versus connectivity and all that good stuff. But for the most part, it checks off all the boxes that I want in a keyboard, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. So that's the end of this unboxing video. If you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you love it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments what you think about this keyboard. And other than that, I give you peace.